following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
In episode 208, the guys talk some NFL Week 14 action and preview Week 15. They also answer a listener question and wrap things up with a round of trivia. On to the show. Welcome back to the Defy Life Podcast, powered by the Defy Life Podcast Network. This episode is sponsored by Bud Bottles, home of the Bud Bottle and the Bud Freshener. Please visit budbottles.com for your odor eliminating needs. This is episode 208. Y'all come on in, wipe your feet, close the door behind you. I'm your host, J.R. Glenf, joined as always by my wonderful co-host, Thomas Stevens. What's good with you, Pooh? You must be Alan.
Oh man, I definitely was. I was muted on both devices, the mic and the computer.
Wow.
But hey, I'm feeling well, man. Christmas is amongst us, and I'm ready, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's been a while. Good to be back, bro.
No doubt.
No doubt, man. Y'all, thank y'all for being patient with us out there. We've had some technical difficulties, and then some scheduling difficulties, and then some fatherhood difficulties, just stuff that's been coming up. So, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Good to be back. Hope y'all missed us like we missed y'all. Al may be joining us shortly. We don't know. He just off Allen. He may be muting right now. He may be Allen right now. We don't even know. He doing
right. Right.
Oh man. So we're gonna jump on into it, man. How you been over the last what has it been 3 weeks, man? Right? How you been, bro? What's been up?
Man, bro, I've been chilling, man. Just taking it one day at a time. I realized that I've been doing better than I have been in the past 13, 14 years, man. I've been, the holidays, I'm always kind of beat up and down and, depressed. But this year's been different. It's been different for the holidays.
Well, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Better is always better.
No doubt.
No doubt. So, I know you told us a few weeks ago, and we knew a few weeks ago. But man, congrats to your son, man, for getting won a state championship.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah. I'm definitely excited for him for that, man. He's giddy and amped for that. Definitely.
No doubt, man. Kid step in his first year in high school and accomplish things we ain't never did. So
right,
man.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
man.
no doubt.
That's good. Congrats to him. We
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we celebrated a city championship for Lincoln and our youth league team. So kid walking around the house with his big Super Bowl ring on, sway Larry Allen. Can't tell him nothing.
Right.
But congrats to the South Fork Panthers for their city championship.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so we're just gonna drop a little quick something, man. So before we get into it, like always, want to shout out our patrons. People always ask the best way to support the network. Go to patreon.com/GoDefyLife and become a patron. You can help support our growth and allow us to host events and continue to work in the community for less than your favorite fast food combo. You can support. You can also check us out at our granddaddy of them all, the originator, GoDefyLife.com for all of our written content. And you can find all of our podcasts hosted at DefyLifePods.com and check out our branded apparel at DefyLifeGear.com. So, y'all know where to find us, man. But again, thanks for your support. Feel free to reach out to us if y'all got anything you want to get us about. So I'm gonna hit you over the head with something before we get into some football talk. So I had some questions that were asked to me that on the surface they seem kind of simple, but when you think about them, they may not be as simple as you think, and they were NBA related takes. So I want to get your take on these.
All right, shoot.
All right. So question number one: Steph Curry is a top 5 all-time pure scorer, not shooter, but scorer.
Top 5 pure score in NBA history. I don't think I can dispute it. I mean, I can agree to it and I can disagree to it, but okay, I can see the argument for it. So I'm not gonna say no, he's not. I'm gonna say it's arguable. Yeah.
All right. Because the way I see it, and the way the question was posed is, and the way I'm gonna relay the question when I'm asking you, is I don't care what you got in your bag, right? I don't care if you got if you got handles like Kyrie, if you got, shooting like Steph, you got, mid game accuracy like KD, or, I don't care what you got in your bag, but it's what you do with it, right? So,
right.
If somebody say, man, he ain't got no handles, or he ain't got no this, he ain't got no that, but he putting up 35 a game, I don't give a shit what you got in your bag. That's what you do.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And that's why the Steph is the top is a tough one, because he got a lot in his bag,
right?
But there are dudes that have averaged, and I ain't talking about like peak games. Peak games, he got a lot of those. But there are dudes that have averaged over the course of their career a lot more points than Steph.
All right.
But you see the potential. Like you said, it's arguable because you see the potential there night in and night out. So I'll agree with you. It's arguable now. I say by the time he retires, I think he will be a top 5 all-time scorer.
Okay.
All right. Next question. Draymond is a top 5 all-time defender.
Draymond is a top 5 all-time defender
over the course of his entire career.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he's been all defensive team, 5 times, 6 times? First or second team?
Yeah, I think 7.
7 times?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's been in the league 9 years or something like that? Man, that's kind of, I mean, no one has really, no one has really done that other than, the centers and Michael and
Rodman.
And Rodman, and Kobe after his second year, but
and Pip.
So that's Pip, yeah. So that's you can argue that,
right?
You can argue that,
yeah.
All
right. Last one, which I thought was really interesting. The last one was LeBron is a top 5 all-time passer.
I mean, man, if I'm not mistaken, this numbers are up there, and I mean, not just going off the eye test, but sorry, I had to call for a second. Mm-hmm. We're not just going off the eye test. You can just look at his sheer numbers. Leading the franchise in assists, and I mean, I don't know exactly what they are, but I think he's approaching. Is he? What is he, top 12?
Yeah, let me check.
Was he top 12?
Let's see. All-time assist, he's 8th all-time.
He's 8th all-time?
8th all-time, and he is exactly 60 assists away from passing Oscar Robertson for 7th.
Yeah, I mean, definitely arguable. I mean, I wouldn't say no. You know, I would say yeah before no. You know, I think it's
That's
arguable.
that's funny. This might be the first thing when you give LeBron a thumbs up on something that I don't.
You don't? Okay.
Not right now. Same with Steph with the
Okay.
scurrying. I think it's
Okay.
by the time he's done, likely. But I couldn't put it right now. I can't put him ahead of Stockton, Kidd, Magic, Nash, probably even Mark Jackson.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Just as a passer, numbers and eye to all the combined.
Right. Right.
But it's I mean, trying
And,
to man,
and see, I really, really like those guys. But like, if I could look at those five and I see, I wasn't thinking about this with Steph, but if I was looking at those five, and if I could like nudge one out, and in no disrespect, it probably would be Mark Jackson, and I would stick Bron there. But if I had to, like I said, no disrespect, Mark phenomenal, but I probably would say
yeah, I
I
mean,
probably would nudge him out.
yeah, I mean it's tough, and it's different because the way we think about it's hard to look at it that way and just look at LeBron as just a passer.
Right.
As
Right.
opposed to Mark Jackson, who was pretty much just a passer. He wasn't a big scorer. So he didn't have. It's easier to look at Mark Jackson's game and whittle it down to his passing versus LeBron, who
Right.
does so much.
So much, right? And that's what I tried to and that's what I was thinking about when I thought about. I just thought about him penetrating and dishing and penetrating and dishing and post up and dish. I just singled it down. I just saw that. That's why I just okay. I could
Right.
I maybe could nudge Mark out with that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just interesting ways to look at the better players of today's game and kind of like I said, just whittle them down to one topic and break break them down to that one skill set, and it's difficult to do.
Right. Agreed.
But while we on the NBA, man, so with your Bulls, man, y'all looking good.
And we looking good. I thought the protocol was gonna break us down. I just envisioned us on losing 5, 6 straight, and now we in the middle of the pack in the East. That's what I just envisioned. But I got lucky, man, because like 75% of the team contracted COVID, so we couldn't play any games. Couldn't play any games. No one would play us.
Yeah.
So I got lucky with that. Now we still have Zach and a few other guys out, but we got DeRozan's back, man. Missed the fourth quarter,
Kid killer.
and hey, we're looking really, really good. It's just, man, I thought, and I know Zach is the most talented player on our team, and he can do a lot, but I guess I think that DeRozan is the guy though. I think DeRozan is the guy. Just and Zach is Zach.
Yeah. So games on the line. Who gets the ball?
Man, that's tough, man. Right now, let's say 6 out of 10 we've given it to Zach. Okay, and Zach probably came up with 4 of those big shots, so that's pretty good. 4 out of that last 4, it's been DeRozan, and I think he's probably hit them all. And so it's man, they're neck and neck, man. It's difficult, man. It's just so difficult, and I just didn't know. Like I say, man, I knew DeRozan was very, very talented, very, very good, but I didn't know he was this, and he's older now.
Right.
But I didn't know he was this night in and night out. But just if memory serves me correctly, when they were making those playoff runs and they were number one seed, he always showed up. It was Kyle Lowry who let them down.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the playoffs, he averaged 28,
Right.
27 a game. And it was Kyle Lowry that you looked at the box score and he had 13 and 12 and
Mm-hmm.
7. So he's always been that guy. He's a tough matchup, man. He really is. But I said all that to say, bro, I don't know.
So
I don't know who I give it to. I feel extremely comfortable with both of them.
it's a good
But
problem to have.
right, and DeRozan is very crafty. He don't get in the shot up. He don't have the spring that he used to, have. But Zach can get a shot off on anybody,
Mm-hmm.
anyone. Whether it's elevating, he got his dribbles, become 10 times better than it used to be, and I guess he's turned it on in attack mode. Sometimes I hate to see him bailing out, shooting a lot of jumpers because he can attack, and when he attacks, he elevates, and I don't know many people that can jump with him.
Nah, it ain't many.
Yeah,
But that's it. What's I just thought about it. It's like the dichotomy of how they do it. Like he said, Zach can get it done from anywhere because
right,
he can shoot over anybody. He can get to the
right.
he can get to the rack, elevate, and finish. But like with what's his name? Damn, mine just name's
Lamar.
DeMar.
Yeah.
He can. He's savvy. So it's
He's
like,
savvy.
as Kobe got older, as Michael got older,
Right.
LeBron gets older, they know their spots, right? And you see
Right.
and you know where his spot is. Once he gets to that elbow, and free throw line extended, you know that's where he wants to get. The defender knows that's where he wants to get.
Right.
But he always gets there.
He always gets there, right.
And once he gets there, you know he's going to get that shot off, even though he can't elevate like he used to. But, it's just a testament to his preparation and his practice of, how the comfort level and once he gets to that spot. But once he gets to that spot, he wants to get there, but you can't stop it. He's going to get that shot off.
Right.
So it's interesting the two different ways that they both get it done on the same team.
Right.
So,
Right.
But they're a fun team to watch, man.
No, man, I'm in. I got a ticket for my birthday. Charlotte in the thing. Charlotte at the Bulls, and we were trying to do. Well, she was actually gonna get me the Hawks game down here on the 28th, I think. But something happened at work, and she wasn't able to take that day. But I'm still. I think I still might try to get down to the Omni. I think it's still called the Omni, or they changed the name.
Nah,
But-
they changed it twice since the Omni.
For their Phillips.
It used to be Phillips, and now it's something else. I was just talking to Keon the other day. They changed it again. I've been out of Atlanta 4 years now, and I'm like, when they change, you ain't in the city. You change, you don't even know. But I forgot the name of it. Now, it used to be the Omni, and then it was Phillips, and now it's something else.
Okay. I still may try to get out there. Because I seen them in Charlotte before. I seen them in a few other venues, but I've never even been to a game in Atlanta.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's well, of course, when I was going, it was still Phillips, but I know they've done some upgrades to the arena and changed the name.
Right.
But, but I've always enjoyed going to games there. So.
Okay.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's Bulls are fun to watch. Especially one complaint I always had about Phillips when I would go is just it wasn't Phillips' fault. It was just NBA regular season basketball. They don't really. They don't play like it matters until there's 3 minutes left in the game.
Right.
So to me, the experience in the arena, from arena to arena, is always what makes regular season basketball the difference in arena to arena to me. And Phillips was always one of the best. But but again, and the entertainment factor of the individual players. Alonzo's become one of the better, more entertaining point guards to watch in the league. Caruso is always the Caruso.
Right.
it's always fun to watch. Vucevic, whatever dude's name is, it's always
Yeah.
fun to watch. So that whole
That's
team, man, one of the more entertaining teams to just look at, but also to know that they legitimately have a chance to come out the East, and I don't think it will be a major upset if they beat Brooklyn, especially without Kyrie.
right.
To come out of the
Right.
East, or Milwaukee, the way Milwaukee's playing right now.
Right. Right. No, I agree because if we play Brooklyn, I mean, he can't. The only thing that'll benefit, I guess, is if we win home, court advantage. That means he'll get to play in more games,
Right. Yeah.
because he can't play in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird.
So, but I don't even know if he could play in Chicago.
Right. That's the
I
other
don't
thing.
know.
I don't even know what, especially with the numbers rising now. I don't know if those rules are going to change in other cities.
Right. Right. Right.
So I don't know. But just wanted to chat about your Bulls, man. They I know whenever they doing good, you doing good.
Oh man. Yeah. So I got to
And it's
hang
been
my
a
hat
minute.
on that.
All right.
Right.
All right. Well, we're gonna jump to the NFL, man. So like I always ask, man, what do you know from the NFL week 14?
Wow. What do I know? I know. Nothing is a given. And I say this all the time, but any given day, any given team can lose.
True.
It's just it looks it the NFL is the poster child for it. It looks good on paper. You're supposed to win. It looks good on paper. You guys have a 88 rating at you know 13 of your 20 22 positions. So that's but it looks good on paper. you know and that's why they play the game. It's just that the NFL is just, I mean, you think you have something, you think you know the outcome, and every once in a while, man, that's not the outcome.
Right.
To me, it's the most. It's to me, it's still the most exciting. Just you just don't know what the outcome. Could be, even it could be a landslide and guys are steamrolling and I mean, look at those weeks where the Chiefs weren't the Chiefs. I mean, still had the same team, still had the same players, but
Right.
they just weren't the Chiefs. They was taking on the chin with people that you were like, wow, they lost to the Chiefs, and look at the run that the Patriots went on, and I mean, yeah, they're the Patriots, but offensively, you just didn't think they would be able to do that and beat some of those teams. That they were beaten. Now look at the Colts. They've come alive. It's just look at the teams that Arizona lost to last. So it's just and I can't remember who they playing this week, but I think I picked the other team. Was it the Colts? I think Arizona.
They lost to the Lions this week.
Yeah, they lost to the Lions, but I think they playing
And
the Colts
then-
this week or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. They got the Colts.
Yeah,
coming.
and I picked against them. I mean, yeah, they lost Nuke, but they have talent out there. They have the defense and running backs, but it's just the NFL, man. You just never really know. And look at the freak thing that happened down there in Tampa Bay. You get three of your top offensive players go out.
Right.
In the same. So you just never know. But as we say this, I do want to say this before I forget. How is it any different what Antonio Brown did than what Aaron Rodgers did? With just saying that he was
Right.
vaccinated and going out posing it, going around the organization. Now everybody think he's vaccinated, but he's not. So that's essentially what Antonio did. But Antonio, he was suspended 3 games or something for that, right?
Right.
So what's the difference?
The only difference that I see, and I can see the validity in them making that the difference in the suspension is AB actually went out and bought a fake card.
And falsified a document. Okay.
Right. So my boss can ask me all the time, "Hey, what time you got to work today?" 6:30. What time you got to work today? 6:30. And he don't never pull the document. I just keep telling him he believe me. I'm just lying.
Right.
But if you go check them documents, that's a different story.
Right.
So that's the only difference I can see. Now, some people may say it's the same thing. It is, but it ain't. So, I get it. And if we're going to be real with ourselves, AB has gotten himself to a point where he don't get the benefit of the doubt.
That's true.
So, that's the only, the only thing I can see. But either way, bullshit, they both lied. They both should have been punished some kind of way.
And that's what I was thinking. I mean, something. I mean, he get off scot-free.
Yeah. And shout out to AB and now Le'Veon back together again in Tampa. Buckside, Le'Veon Bell. And, get well soon, I guess, now to play off Leonard Fournette.
Right.
Who's been placed on IR, but I don't know how much of a difference Le'Veon's going to bring, but it'll be interesting to see them on the field together.
Right.
So what game are you looking forward to most for Week 15?
Oh man, let me see. I was just going over this. You have them pulled up? You can ring a few of them off.
Yeah, I might put them up now.
Okay. Because I just went over this with my brother-in-law playing his card last night.
I'm sorry, it's Week 16 actually. Week 16. So we got 49ers Titans, pretty decent. Browns Packers, Colts Cardinals, Rams Vikings, Bills Patriots, Ravens Bengals, Bears Seahawks, Broncos Raiders, Steelers Chiefs, football team and the Cowboys, Dolphins Saints.
Okay. Dolphins Saints. Okay. I think the Patriots and the Bills. I just want to see if the Bills gonna have some gum and finally go out and take the division. Other than when the Patriots was completely crumble last year. Like they didn't have anything. So I just want to see when they have a formidable team. Will they be able to do anything with them, because they smacked them around last time. I just want to see what the Bills be able to do something. We can. I mean, are they who they say they are?
Right.
So definitely, I'm gonna definitely be intrigued by that one the most.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting game. I want to, with the like you said, like with the years, that 20-year window of the Patriots winning that division, 18 out of 20 years.
Ridiculous.
Just knew that, it was, when it mattered, the Patriots were going to come out on top. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if the Bills can actually claim that division when the Patriots are, took their 1-year sabbatical of dominance.
Right.
But now, and to see the Patriots come off of a loss from last week, see how they respond. And I always said, like, when people said who was, now we're going to get to see, who's more responsible for their success, is Belichick or Brady, and then Brady goes and wins a Super Bowl with the Bucks, and people automatically said, "See, I told you it was Brady." But it's different for a player and a coach, because you can just go to another team and win a Super Bowl. Not just saying it's easy, but it's different than having to rebuild a roster,
right?
And find a new quarterback. So. It'll be interesting to see where Belichick is in that journey of rebuilding that team, which he has rebuilt the roster, but to see how Mac Jones stands up, after a loss and coming into another important game right off of that. So that's going to be interesting.
Right. Agreed.
I don't know. I'd have to say Man, I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to jinx the Steelers against the Chiefs because we don't show up in the first half anyway.
Right.
We fuck around and show up how we've been showing up in the first half. It's gonna be 40-3 before we look up. So I don't even want to talk about that right now.
Right.
But I'm gonna go something close to us that affects us. But Ravens Bengals is gonna be interesting to me.
I agree.
You know, Lamar Jackson should be back, but he's got to be better. But the young guy Tyler, I forgot his last name. Tyler Huntley, yeah. Me and Lee can just call him Lil Lamar.
Right.
He's just so similar. But you know, he played well in Lamar's absence. But you know, the Ravens, you know, at what point do a couple things. One is, at what point do all the injuries, you know, it's just too much, and they just can't overcome them. And I think the Ravens have gotten in a bad habit of, and we see this more so in basketball, so much more because individual talent shines so much in basketball, is they've allowed Lamar's individual talent and exploits to cover up so many flaws with that team.
Right.
And a lot of times you'll literally see them sitting around watching him, how people will sit around watching Mike.
Right.
You know, and so they've got to get out of those habits of, man, Lamar's going to bail us out with his uniqueness and his greatness. And they don't like that in football all the time. So, you know, and with the Bengals, the Bengals kind of like, you know, they've been the little brother so long in that division that now they finally started to smell themselves, as our parents would say. And, you know, now it's like you walk in, this little dude and stole your shirt, wore your shirt to school, and took your new J's and rocking them to the basketball game. You know, he's starting to feel himself like he can, you know, he ain't got to, like he run the house now.
Right.
But when it's, but we're about to see what it's like when you finally drag him outside to the backyard and say, okay, let's see how much you done grew up. So it's going to be fun to see them against the Ravens and see if the Ravens are ready to give up what they've been holding on to all season. So it's going to be a fun game, and especially since that whole division right now is within a half game of each other. You know, with those two both being 8-6, the Steelers are 7-6-1, and the Browns are 7-7. So the division's still on the line. So it's going to be and it's just a division game. AFC North football is always fun. So we'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
So before we get to the listener question, I want to check in with you. I know we hadn't checked on this in a while. So league awards right now, who would you say? We got 3 games left. Who's your MVP right now?
Oh, wow. I'm gonna give it to the back, man. I'm gonna give it to the back.
Jonathan?
I'm gonna go Jonathan.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Jonathan.
Not bad.
Yeah. I'm being partial.
All right. Who's your offensive player of the year?
Offensive player of the year, you know, you gotta give something to a QB. I was thinking Matthew Stafford, phenomenal year. Man, I think Herbert has just edged him out.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna go with the young kid. I'm gonna go with Herbert.
All right. Defensive player of the year.
Defensive player of the year. Man, it's hard to leave your guy TJ off, but you know I am.
Y'all gonna find a way.
Yeah. I'm going to say. Oh man, I think I'm gonna go with Gary. Gary has 2 more sacks than him, right?
No, TJ didn't leave. TJ got 2 more than him.
Oh, he got 2 more from last week.
Yeah, and TJ is 17.5. Garrett is at 15.5.
I'll give it to TJ, man. And the kid missed 2 games. I can't argue with that.
3 games.
I can't argue with that, man. I can't argue with that one.
Oh boy, I knew that kid was gonna shine so much, but y'all couldn't leave him off at some point.
Couldn't leave him off.
In.
Right.
Oh man. Oh, who's your coach of the year?
Coach of the year, even though they on a decline, man. But if they can find a way to win these last two, I'm gonna go with. Oh man, I hate to give it to that kid. I'm gonna go with Cliff Kingsbury, man. I know they want to get to the kid in Green Bay,
Right.
but I'm gonna go Cliff Kingsbury. If they can find a way to get 2 more wins out.
Okay. And last 2, who's your offensive rookie of the year?
Offensive rookie of the year, I have to go with Chase, even though he's been non-existent. I think these last 2 weeks, but I'm gonna have to go with Jamar Chase.
Okay. And defensive rookie of the year.
Defensive rookie of the year.
I think I got it in the bag.
Defensive rookie of the year.
I'll just say 2 words: Michael Parsons.
Oh yeah. Dang, I forgot about that young fella.
We have out of mind.
An absolute animal. Yeah. Michael Parsons. Definitely.
True. All right. So I'm not listening to questions. And of course, Al's not here. We won't have a trivia unless Pooh can beat himself.
All right.
And really, I've been, of course, been holding out on this question, but I got met her from Charlotte. Pretty fun question. What's something you ate as a kid that you refuse to eat as an adult?
Man, that's tough for me because I've always been a finicky eater.
Yeah.
Always. But if I have to go out on a limb and say something that I did eat sparingly as a kid that now you can't pay me to eat, that's liver.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, liver.
Wow. That might be the one thing that we know that I never ate that you ate at one point.
Right. Well, I mean, sparingly.
Okay.
Yeah. Tasted it, Eat that poo. Man. And I'd be like, oh, man. But now, no, sir.
And it smelled great. I remember walking in the house and be like, man, what's that? Mama must have, I don't know what Mama cooked. Go to eat and get close to it. Yuck. Hate it.
Right.
Yeah. I think mine would be, man, it's close. It would be like canned meats, like potted meat and Vienna sausage.
Okay. Yeah.
What's them little fishes that be in the can? Sardine. Yeah. I used to tear them shits out. Now, none of that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. And that's, it ain't much, as much as, most of the stuff that, I just don't like, I just still don't like it.
Right.
Yeah. Shit. Well, good question, Matter. Long time listener out of Charlotte. Yeah, man. We wanted to get back out to y'all with something, man. We, like I said, we've been struggling trying to get back on the air for the last few weeks. But shout out to Al. I know he was ready to roll this morning and kind of got a late start. So, Al gave us the middle finger and went on about his day.
Right.
But yeah, man. So shout out before we go. I want to give a shout out to Keon, who is taking up boxing lately.
Okay.
And he's gotten his son involved in boxing, so that he's training. And so he said he had his first, sparring match the other day. Keon did.
Okay.
And he said he got in there feeling great and lost 25 pounds. And first he got in there. He's like, he said, man, I got in the ring, man. That dude was, it was my first match, and that dude kept knocking the shit out of me. I thought because it's a long 3 minutes.
Right.
Before, it's long. That 3 minutes is long. You gotta fight somebody.
Right.
But he was like, man, I just kept remember keep thinking, like, man, I lost 25 pounds. I was like, what to do? Knocked it off you or something? Like, what happened?
Right.
But shout out to Keon, man. He got his son involved. And now his son want to learn more about football because his friends clowning him because all he knows is boxing. I was like, man, forget them kids.
Right.
You know, when they grown, they gonna wish they knew more about boxing. He'll learn football.
True.
But yeah, man. So shout out to Keon for taking his first L in that sparring match. But
right.
but sticking with it because you know the prime goal is you know staying in shape and staying healthy. So
No
shout
doubt.
out to Keon.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. But anything for me? Got any parting shots before we go?
Man, parting shots. What's the day? Parting shots, man. Oh, happy holidays for everyone.
Yes.
Happy holidays for everyone. You know, whatever you celebrate, you know, joy, love, and peace with it, man.
No doubt. Ditto. And be safe. Eat good. Definitely drink good. But
Right.
you know, and then you know, enjoy your family and you know all this stuff, man. It's a lot going on in the world, and we all know that. I hope everybody knows by now the importance of what really matters.
No doubt.
So with that, man, to you personally, happy holidays, bro, and to you and the family. Hope y'all enjoy it, man. I'm going in there and tear it up in the kitchen. I know you're gonna throw down in the kitchen. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
But yeah, man, enjoy it, man. I hope the kids and you know it's what it's all about. The kids. I hope they enjoy it. So happy holidays, bro.
Hey, same to you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, this has been episode 208 of the Defy Life podcast. I've been JR. It's Thomas. We'll talk to y'all next week. Until then, Defy Life.
Defy life. Peace.
Peace.